Okay. Okay. Apex body for glacier management. Okay. You know which region in the world is called as third pole? Third pole. THIRD. Third pole. Not tadpole. Third pole. Which region in the world is called as the third pole? Okay. It is the Himalayas. Himalayas. Okay. Why Himalayas? Because the mountains which are having a height of more than 6,000 meters, in specific more than, of course, 8,000 meters, it is covered with the ice cap. It is covered with the ice cap. So it is the reason why it is called as the third pole. Okay. And you know what is meant by glacier? A huge mass of ice is called as the glacier. Now, why a body for glacier management in India? Because it is our duty to study or check the movement of glaciers or the condition of a glacier. Why? See, because of global warming, glaciers are retreating or melting. When glacier melts at a rapid rate, you know what happens? Flooding. And the rivers which are fed by glaciers, especially in India, Indus, Brahmaputra, Ganges, and few of its tributaries are fed by the glaciers. And even it will also result in avalanche. Avalanche. So we have to take the steps to see that its, natural condition is not alienated. And even the Himalayas is also having varied types of forests. Varied types of forests. Why varied type of forest? Because as we move upwards, the temperature will change. Automatically, you are having different types of climate. Forests, and even the retreating of this glacier will also have adverse impact on the trees, or that is forests. Now, actually, why Himalayas are covered with the glaciers? What is the reason behind that? Okay, it is the main reason is lapse rate. What is lapse rate? If we move upwards by 1,000 meters, the change in temperature, the decrease in temperature is 6.5 degrees. It is the reason why hill stations are located at a higher altitude. Take the example of Chennai and Bangalore. They are at the, actually, they lie on the same latitude. But Bangalore is colder than Chennai because Bangalore is at a high altitude. And even Mysore Plateau is called as the roof of the south sometimes. Yes. Now, a parliamentary standing committee in India has recommended the establishment of an overarching apex body for glacier management in the country. Yeah. Now you know what is standing committee. Standing committee will work continuously. Will work continuously, and the term of standing committee is 1 year. 1 year. Parliamentary Standing Committee. Of course, there are many committees which we have discussed in our routine class. Now, so glacier is a huge mass of ice accumulation, and even glacier will move downwards because of gravity. Because of gravity, and even we have discussed in our routine classes various landforms created because of the movement of glacier. You are having Paternoster lakes, coal, coals, Cirque lakes, Erite, Crag, Rocha Montane, Drumlins, okay, Drumlins, Moraine, Eskers. We have discussed in our routine classes. Yeah. Now, status of glaciers. Glaciers cover nearly 3% of Earth's surface and 11% of Earth's land area. And of course, just now I told you, Indus, Ganges, Brahmaputra, and many other tributaries of these rivers are fed by glaciers. Hindu Kush Himalayan region is known as the water towers of Asia. Try to remember such kind of thing. So it is the Pamir Plateau. Pamir Plateau. One range goes towards Afghanistan, that is called as the Hindu Kush. One range will go towards the Pakistan. What is the name of that range which goes towards Pakistan? Ahmed Bhai. Suleiman. And one range will go towards Tibet and China. What is the name of that range? Kunlun. And the range which comes towards India, Nepal, Himalayas. So, Hindu Kush Himalayan region is known as the water towers of Asia. Water towers of Asia. Yeah. Now, what are the threats to this? These glaciers are melting or retreating, which will severely affect flow in Himalayan rivers. Abnormal flooding, which is of no use. And even just now I told you, a threat to flora and fauna. Melting glaciers can cause disasters like glacier lake outburst floods, glacier avalanches, etc. Melting of glaciers may lead to the shift of tree lines. Just now I told you, based on the height, you are having different types of vegetation in the Himalayas, alpine and also coniferous. Okay? Now, even, yeah, leave it. It is common things. And recommendations by the parliamentary panel. Set up a single nodal agency for bringing out, synergies among various government departments involved in glaciological research and monitoring. All departments which are involved in climate study should be involved in this work. Generally, what is happening in our country? Of course, not only in our country, generally in our administration, in all countries. Right hand organization don't know what left hand is doing. MRO don't know what MPDO is doing. Central government don't know what state government is doing. So we have to avoid such kind of things and establish regional cooperation for the seamless sharing of hydrological information, data on glacier movement and behavior between various organizations. Their movement, what is hydrological data? Maybe the water level in the rivers or flow in the rivers, that is the hydrological data. Create a multi-hazard alert. Why multi-hazard? Because glacier retreating will cause many hazards, not single. Increase involvement of Himalayan states, planners, scientists and academicians in devising suitable measure for glacier management. Not only for glacier management, for any hazard, involvement of many people is a must. Even to achieve success, even we have to work hard along with myself, our staff, and even yourself also. Setting aside your affinity toward cell phone, you have to sit for studying. Yes. Now, India ranks fifth in national contribution to warming study. See, the reason is in the past 10 years, Indian economy is booming. Rapid industrialization, rapid increase in standard of life of people. Just take the example of Hyderabad. What was Hyderabad 10 years ago? What is Hyderabad today? The same case with all cities, not only cities, even small towns also. Automatically, our standard of living, our standard of living increase will lead to burning of more fossil fuels. Even now, we have started our ACs. Yes, we are causing harm to the environment, no doubt in it. According to a new study, India is responsible for 0.08 degrees Celsius of warming from 1850s through 2021. Contribution to warming, CO2 1.11, methane 0.41, nitrous oxide 0.08 degrees. So, which is more causing impact? It is the CO2. Ranking of countries as per their contribution to the rise in temperature. USA nearly 17%, though they are having very less population, but still they are having abnormal standard of living. China nearly 12%, Russia 6%, Brazil 5%, India also 5%. See, we can link global warming to population also. Now, see, even Russia is also most populous, China is also most populous, even India is also most populous. Since 2005, India climbed to the fifth spot from the 10th. Just now I told you, last decades, we are having abnormal standard of living. Now we are switching over to the clean energy like solar, and also even we are using the electric vehicles. China too rose to the second position after overtaking Russia, Indonesia, Germany. Okay. India's specific findings. Overall, India ranks fifth among 10 contributors. India's emissions of greenhouse gases, CO2, CH4, nitrous oxide, have resulted, of course, we have discussed this, 0.04 degrees centigrade, 0.03 and 0.006 degrees centigrade. Causes of warming, fossil fuel remains the biggest culprit. We use petrol, diesel, kerosene, and coal. India's uh, electricity requirement is fulfilled by with what sort of power generation? Major share of India's electricity requirement is fulfilled by hydropower or solar power, or what? What sort of what mode of energy is having major share? It is the thermal. More than 60% we are getting from thermal. And in thermal plants, what is the mechanism? They will convert water into steam by burning coal or any other fossil fuel, maybe sometimes diesel, but nowadays we are not using that. Generally, we are using coal, and that coal will emit the CO2. No doubt in it. Now we are increasing our share in the clean energy like solar and wind, but we are emphasizing more on solar because its installation is cheaper compared to the other mode when solar photovoltaic cells became cheaper. Of course, even it is also having a lot of consequences. Now, as India is involved in manufacturing the photovoltaic cells, it is said that I mean, a lot of waste is generated, and disposing that waste has become a challenge. Yeah, fossil fuel remains the biggest culprit. Land use change, and forestry accounted for 38% of total warming. Yes, land use, concrete jungle automatically, so global warming, and land use change from forest to mining, etc., All these will now take the example of Hyderabad. We have discussed in the mains class. Heat island, heat island, and it is resulting in adversaries of climate and abnormal rainfall in the city Hyderabad. Okay, yes, my dears. Now, next is, so daily I will say in the normal classes that how the technology or research and development will uh, allow us to use the resources in judicious manner. It is the reason why advanced countries will spend more amount for R&D, research and development. And you know what is bitumen? See, when you come to the roads, you are having two types of roads: surface roads and unsurfaced roads. Surface roads and unsurfaced roads. Surface roads will have a coating of bitumen or sometimes even cement concrete. Now take the example of Hyderabad's ORR. It is surfaced with the bitumen, that is the dark coating. Actually, this bitumen is derived as a byproduct of the crude oil. Crude oil, byproduct of the crude oil. Now, what we are doing, we are manufacturing this bitumen from the husk, paddy husk, and even bitumen is having various other applications. It is also used as waterproofing agent. Ministry of Road Transport and Highways stated that making bitumen used for laying roads from agricultural waste like rice husk can save up to 30,000 crores annually in import bills. Yes, we are importing 30,000 crores of the annual imports automatically will be decreased. And again, what is the other advantage? Now take the example of North India, especially the states nearby to Delhi. They are burning this, stubble burning. Okay, they are burning the agricultural waste. So now it can be used in a fair manner. Even we can also minimize the impact on the climate. Bitumen is a thick, low-grade crude oil that is generally composed of asphalt and resin and is the main fossil fuel component of oil sands. Bitumen is known for its waterproofing and adhesive properties. Usage, the um, uh, usage here, the example shows the use of innovations, ways to reduce imports and less reliance on fossil fuels. So we are importing the crude oil. If you replace such kind of things, automatically our import bill will reduce, and even our trade deficit will become narrow, and even we will have a good balance of payment. And the important thing is our rupee will appreciate against the dollar, and even we can save large reserves of foreign exchange. Okay, yes. Now, of course, a concept, blended finance. Blended finance. What is the meaning of blend? Like coffee blend, coffee seeds plus cocoa. So blended finance is nothing but, see, all projects are not viable. All projects are not viable. Suppose if you give a project for a private company, if it is not viable, automatically what you will do? You will not initiate the work. So in the blended finance, actually, suppose that project is not viable, then government will support. And even philanthropists will also contribute to that. Why? This road or railway project will boost the economy, will create the employment opportunity. There is no need to pay back for this philanthropist or even for the government. So, if a company or if any person or an institution getting financial support from various modes and few of them are not repayable, then only the project becomes viable. And this concept is called as the blended finance. Okay, yes. Blended finance is a financing mechanism that combines public, private, and philanthropic funds to support social and environmental projects. Road is a social project, a school building is a social project, a hospital, such kind of things. Significant blended finance can help attract private capital to projects that are otherwise difficult to finance. They are not viable. If they invest, they will not get back even interest also, leave the principal. So it is a concept of the blended finance. Of course, it is a joint venture of Rockefeller Foundation and also Indian government. Now, next concept is multilateral development bank. Of course, it is not a new concept. We are having this concept as soon as World Bank is established or IMF is established, and even we are also having the Asian Development Bank, which is also a multilateral bank. Many banks are there. So multilateral and development banks is nothing but, and this bank is set up by a group of countries, and they will finance the member countries to meet their requirements. So the problem with these countries is they are in the hands of few dominating countries. Take the example of international financial institution, World Bank and IMF. They are in the hands of Western countries, US and EU. Take the example of ADB, Asian Development Bank. It is in the hands of Japan. Where is the headquarter of Asian Development Bank situated? Headquarter of Asian Development Bank. Yes, Manila in Philippines. Manila in Philippines. Okay, Manila in Philippines. Okay, where is International Rice Research Center located? Where is International Rice Research Center located? Same, Manila in Philippines. Okay, yes, yes. Okay, under the aegis of India's G20 presidency, an 11-member G20 expert group on strengthening multilateral developments has been constituted. It is a financial institution established by multiple member countries and falls under international law. I mean, the mode of taking deposits or lending, it falls under international law. I mean, example of multilateral development banks. You are having IMF, World Bank, ADB. Yes. Focus area. How can World Bank and other bodies contribute towards climate finance critical for developing and the least developing countries to make a smooth transition to lower carbon emissions without compromising on growth? See, additional financing to lower carbon emissions without compromising on growth. If we compromise the growth, you know what happens? Unemployment problem will start. If unemployment problem starts, poverty will be there. And again, no demand for any goods, automatically there will be depression. Sometimes even adverse effect will also be inflation. Okay? Yes. Okay. Objectives of so now see, if you want to change the setup, if you are having an industry, we are using the fossil fuels as a fuel. If you want to go for low carbon emissions, you have to make additional investments. Additional investments. So that country will be financed by this multi-development bank. Take the example of India. We are moving to clean energy, especially we are stressing more on the solar energy. So automatically we are forced to, establish more and more more solar power plants, and even we are going for hydrogen as a fuel. Of course, there is a system where passing electricity, water molecule is broken into hydrogen and oxygen, Of course, it is a big story, and I am not the right person to teach the science and technology. Okay? Yes. Now, so it is how the countries will get the. It is for this purpose the countries will get the financial help, and even other objectives include. Stabilize the global financial system during the time of crisis, like COVID-19 or other crises also. Now, take the example of failure of banks, like take the example of Silicon Valley Bank. Okay, luckily that impact has not spread to other countries or even other banks in the USA, because banking system is must for the economic development. Luckily, um, I, that problem has not spread to other financial institutions, because it might have resulted in a bad effect. Okay, now providing lower cost financing. So long term and lower cost financing is the need of the hour. Suppose if you want to lay a road, say for understanding Hyderabad to Bangalore, okay, say private public partnership. In between, you are permitted to collect the toll. Within 1 year, you cannot get back your investment. It will take long time. So for this purpose, you need the long-term loans. Long-term loans, like in India, we are having infrastructure bonds with long-term maturity period. Now, lower cost financing. If they give loan at lower cost, then only the undeveloped countries can repay. If the cost of capital is high, they cannot repay the loan. So both are very important, long term and also lower cost. Now, yeah, now very important thing and even very easy to remember also. 750 billion of India's export. What you have to remember is which country is the uh, uh, highest partner, or which country is taking more of our exports, or second, third. So these sort of questions you may encounter in the examination. Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi has lauded the people of India for achieving over $750 billion in export in the 75th year of India's independence. India's goods and services exports touched an all-time high. So when you come to the goods, they are called as merchandise exports. Remember, services are not merchandise exports. Goods are called as the merchandise exports. Actually, you are having the software export. It is called as, they are called as invisibles. Of course, we will take up the external sector in our routine class also. Now, India exports maximum to USA 18% share, and followed by UAE 6%, China 5%. Okay, try to remember this. India's target of exports is 2 trillion by 2030. Who knows? We may achieve. If we increase our agricultural production, if we increase our base in food processing industry, automatically we can achieve this, because in the coming years, it seems that there will be food crisis because of the climate change. Automatically, when there is a demand for food, we can export that and earn the foreign exchange. Okay? Yes. So Vembanad and Ashtamudi lakes. Vembanad and Ashtamudi lakes are in which coast? My dear online students, Vembanad and Ashtamudi lakes are in which coast? Okay. So Vembanad and Ashtamudi lakes are in the Kerala coast. And Kerala, whether Kerala coast is emerged coast or submerged coast. Kerala coast is submerged coast or emerged coast? Yeah, it is submerged coast. Submerged coast. So this is the this is the coast. This is the general water level. If water level increases, then it is called as the submerged coast. Of course, water level will increase for many reasons. One reason is if land gets subducted or poles, the glaciers in the poles will get melted. In both cases, it is called as a submerged coast. What is emerged coast? Suppose water level decreases because of the glaciation at poles. One thing. The second thing, the landmass will get uplifted. When the landmass will get, see, this is the case. When the landmass get, uplifted, the coast will move this side. So when landmass get uplifted, or when the glacier, and when the water in the ocean turns into glacier, the condition is the emerged coast, and its opposite is the submerged coast. So Kerala is the submerged coast. Now, shallow lakes in Kerala coast are called. Shallow lakes in Kerala coast are called. Shallow lakes in Kerala coast formed by backwaters of sea or ocean are called. Formed by backwaters of sea or ocean are called. They are called as kayals. Kayals. And shifting sand dunes in Kerala coast are called. Shifting sand dunes. You know what is sand dune? A deposit of sand which is made by water, tides or waves. So shifting sand dunes in Kerala coast are called. Yes, terrace. 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 ठीक है, no issue. We have discussed all this in our routine classes. No issue. So actually, why they are in news? You know, you are having a body, National Green Tribunal, with the mandate of conserving the, ecosystem, and even if any person pollutes the atmosphere or lake or any nature, it is having the power to penalize them. So accordingly, NGT has penalized Kerala government. It is the reason why it is in the news. The National Green Tribunal has imposed a penalty of rupees 10 crore on the government for failing to protect the Vembanad and Astamudi lakes. Both are Ramsar sites. Both are Ramsar. Okay? The wetlands had become polluted drain due to the dumping of pharmaceutical waste, plastic waste, household waste, and slaughterhouse waste, etc. The penalty levied per the polluter says principle should be deposited in the ring-fenced account, which should be utilized under the Chief Secretary's authority for conservation or restoration measures. So that amount is used to restore the ecosystem, or even in the simple sense for afforestation purpose. Now, this Vembanadu lake is largest lake in Kerala and it is the longest in India, and it is a lagoon lake. Both are lagoon lakes. You know what is meant by lagoon lake? Lagoon lakes are the lakes formed by the sea or ocean water. Invariably, they are the salt water lakes. Invariably, they are the salt water lakes. Of course, even saltwater lakes are also on the land, which are called as continental saltwater lakes. Like many lakes in Rajasthan, or saltwater lakes like Shambar, Degana, and Dudwana, Kachmau, Salgor, Picholi, etc. Now, it is the largest lake in Kerala and the longest in India. And Astamudi, second largest after the Vembanad, estuary system. Actually, what is meant by estuary? What is meant by estuary? In which side of India you will find the estuaries? Many times asked in the examination. In which side of India you will find the estuaries? Mostly on the western. Of course, estuaries are seen, everywhere generally, but mostly on western side because of the western side of Western Ghats steeper. Because of this steepness, the water from the rivers originating in the Western Ghats will move at a faster rate. So they will not form any delta. That is the meaning of the estuary. Or a place where the ocean water and river water will struggle to mingle. Why the ocean water and river water will struggle to mingle? Like you people struggle to sit in the class. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, one is the density difference. The main reason is the density difference. The main reason is the density difference. Automatically, maybe pH also. No issue. ठीक है, ठीक है. Now, names, locally, Punnamada, Astamudi, Kayal, Astamudi means Asta, 8. Very easy to remember. 8 branches. Now, significance. There you are having the Nehru Trophy boat race. It is also a Ramsar site. Even houseboat and backwater resorts. Even it is also a Ramsar site. And second largest Ramsar site in India after Sundarbans. Where is Sundarbans? Sundarbans is formed by which rivers? Sundarbans is formed by which rivers? Sundarban Delta is formed by which rivers? So in general, Ganga and Brahmaputra. Ganga and Brahmaputra, we have discussed in our routine classes. You know, Ganga, one branch will move towards Bengal, Bihar in the name of Hooghly, Bengal, Bihar, Hooghly. One branch will enter into Bangladesh in the name of Padma. And you are having your friend Jamuna coming from the northeastern states, Brahmaputra, that is Brahmaputra. And these two rivers again go and join with the Meghana. All three will go and join with the Bay of Bengal. So this region is nothing but Sundarban Delta. Yes, 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 yes. Now, next Kumarakom Bird Sanctuary on the east coast. And the lake is situated at the sea level and is separated from the Lakadivi Sea by a narrow barrier island. It is with regard to the Vembanad. And Vembanad's lake's water retention capacity had decreased by 85% in the last 120 years due to huge encroachment and devastation of its ecology. And even the same case with the Astamudi also. This is with regard to the Astamudi and Vembanadu. And Saras Crane, of course, a person was convicted. A man from UP was booked under the Wildlife Protection Act 1972 for illegally keeping and nursing an injured Saras crane he found in his village. So we cannot domesticate the species which are threatened or some or other reasons. Wildlife Protection Act 1972, it provides for the protection by prohibiting their hunting and by protecting their habitat of wild animals, birds, etc. It is common to see birds and plants to ensure the ecological and environmental security of the country. You have to remember not only animals, birds, even plants also. We have discussed even in the earlier class also. Every section we have discussed. The Act prohibits capturing or hunting any species of animals listed under Schedule 1 to 4. Saras crane listed in Schedule 4, barring a few exceptions such as hunting a diseased or dangerous animal or bird. Any person who contravenes any provisions of the Act shall be punished with up to 3 years imprisonment or fine or both. Yes, leave it. Now, it is very important. Yeah, sorry, it is important for us. The Saras crane, it is a large non-migratory crane found in parts of Indian subcontinent, Southeast Asia and Australia. Standing at 152 to 150 centimeters, it is the world's tallest flying bird, classified as vulnerable. World's tallest flying bird. Classified as vulnerable on the IUCN Red List and is a CITES appendix to. In India, it is usually found in wetlands and is a state bird of UP. Try to remember that. State bird of UP. What is the state bird of Rajasthan? We have discussed in our earlier classes. What is the state bird of Rajasthan? We have discussed in our earlier classes. It is the state bird of Rajasthan. Desert National Park. And now it is under threat because of the hunting from Pakistan side and even because of the high tension lines which is passing through that area. We have discussed in our last classes. Try to go through our old videos also. The people who have joined in recent days and who are going to appear group 1 prelims on June 11th, they have to go through the last 4 months videos. Now, this is the crane. Now, Universal Basic Income Scheme, of course, it is a concept from a long period. In recent days, Tamil Nadu has started. So actually, why earlier this concept was in limelight? Because Indian government will spend lot of money on public distribution system, but it is having many flaws, like purchase of inferior quality goods and lack of good storage facilities, and again this is getting spoiled because of various reasons like rodents or because of rainfall, etc. And even it is not reaching the needy, and even government fiscal deficit is widening, huge transportation cost, huge handling costs. So as an alternative, as an alternative, many economists have suggested basic income. So the government has to transfer some amount into the bank accounts of the needy. Basic income. So all other schemes should be set aside. No subsidy on gas cylinder, no scholarship, or no, I mean nothing. Only one. So this sort of thing was initiated by Tamil Nadu government for street vendors and also women. Tamil Nadu government announced that 1 crore women, including street vendors, fisherwomen, construction workers, and domestic helpers, will receive 1,000 per month as part of Universal Basic Income Scheme. Actually, all these people are in the informal sector, unorganized sector. They are not covered by any social security schemes. If you are working in the organized sector, you will be covered by many schemes. So here they are in informal sector. It is a good idea, but the thing is, things like PDS should be set aside. Of course, government should maintain the buffer stock, but it has to be recycled. Means cycled time and again. If they purchase the paddy, I mean this year, and next year they have to sell that paddy and purchase new paddy or new rice, whatever may be the case. After 3 or 4 years, that paddy will not be safe for the human consumption. The same case with the other food grains also. They have to uh, cycle it. Means they have to sell the old one, purchase the new one. Yeah. Aim of the scheme to recognize women's lifelong work and eradicate poverty by complementing their livelihoods to improve their self-respect and standard of living. No doubt in it. If there is money in our pocket, so we will lead a self, respect life. If not, we have to ask somebody. Yes. Take my ideas. UBI could reduce poverty by half and help women. Women prioritize children's education, nutrition, medical expenses, and small businesses. Of course, in 1,000 rupees, it is highly impossible to meet all our expenditure. But something is better than nothing. Okay? Yes. Other countries, for a short period of time, Iran and Mongolia had universal basic income. So currently, no country in the world have a universal basic income. Okay. Now, QR code based project to prevent littering. See, actually, Uttarakhand is known for many tourist places, especially Char Dham. So many people will go on pilgrimage. The problem there is the plastic litter, especially bottles. Now, what government is doing? So, as soon as you will pass the check post, on your bottle, a sticker will be pasted and with all your details, and they will deposit some amount, say 20 rupees or 30 rupees, and when you give back that bottle, then only you will get that 30 rupees. So what you will do, you will not leave that bottle on the hilly region or at the site. So you will hand over the bottle to the authorities, by which the single use plastics use can be reduced. A good idea, but how far uh, it will be implemented? Of course, it is under practice now. The government of Uttarakhand in India is implementing a unique waste disposable system. See, all these kind of things are useful for you to address the issues in the mains. Unique waste disposable system to prevent littering the Chardham Yatra road with plastic bottles and packets, especially Haldirams and your bingo chips, Lays chips, Uncle chips, Twinkle chips, all chips and yes, Chardham Yatra road with plastic bottles and packets. Mechanism, and visitors will scan a QR code on each plastic bottle and multi-layer plastic bag and pay a deposit over the minimum retail price, which they can claim back as a refund when they deposit the waste at a point at the end of the yatra. Automatically, for their 30 or 40 rupees, they are forced to give back the bottle. Okay. Impact. Last year, the pilot project saved over 1.63 lakh single-use plastic bottles from entering the fragile mountain ecosystem. 1.63 is not a small 1.63 lakh bottles. Okay. Next is actually you have to remember the diseases. Disease for cotton and even disease for Indian cattle like foot and mouth disease and also mad cow, okay, etc. Berry borer, berry borer infestation is for which crop? Berry borer infestation is for which crop? Okay. So berry borer infestation is for the coffee. The coffee board has issued an advisory to coffee farmers to tackle the attack of berry borer in Robusta coffee plants. See, in India, we are having two types of coffee plants: Arabica, coffee Robusta. Berry borer infestation is a common problem in coffee production. It is caused by a small beetle called the coffee berry borer, which lays its eggs inside coffee berries. Inside coffee berries. Tough to handle that. The berry borer infested gleanings, leftover fruits, and oxygen berries should be collected and disposed of by burning or burying them in the soil, or disinfected by dipping them in boiling water to mitigate the attack in the next season. Attack is one side loss, and their disposable is the second side loss. Broker traps, an effective measure to control the berry borer population in coffee plantation, should be installed. Try to remember. So it is how it will attack. Even such kind of attack can be seen on the pomegranate fruit also. Of course, any fruit, because they are faster than human beings. You know, where is Coffee Board of India? Coffee Board of India, formed 1942, headquarter Bangalore, is a statutory organization managed by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry of the government of, according to 2011 census. There are just two people. Sorry. Only, please remember, Coffee Board is at Bangalore. Now, coffee. See, coffee requires hot and humid climate, and also it is grown in the hilly areas. Coorg in Karnataka, Baba Budan Hills are famous for coffee plantations. And in India, coffee plantations were sold by coffee plantations in India are sold by Baba Budan Sahib only. And even Baba Budan Hills is also famous for iron ore. Rainfall 150 to 50. Rainforests are Western Ghats, and these coffee plants are grown under shades of the bigger trees, generally rubber trees. Karnataka highest, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh. Even Araku coffee of AP is also having the GI tag. Okay? Yes. India is the sixth highest producer in the world. 65 to 70% of India's coffee is exported. Yes, because our coffee is highly liked by the Western countries. Brazil is the largest producer. So various types of coffees. Liberica, Arabica, Robusta, Excelsa. Origin of this Robusta coffee: Africa. Arabica coffee: Ethiopia. Cultivation area: grow in low altitude, grown in high altitude. So see, these kind of questions will also appear in the UPSC prelims or coming Group 1 prelims. Which one is grown at lower level? Which one are grown at higher level? If you don't know that level, and you will not have any level in the examination. And again, we have to cry. Okay. Yes. Grown in low altitude areas of the world, primarily in Asia and Africa. This is the high altitude area. Plant height: taller, shorter, bean shape, round and straight, oval and S-shaped. Caffeine content is higher in the Robusta, lesser in Arabica. Taste profile: harsh and bitter, mild and complex. But try to remember at least this altitude. Okay? Yes. Plastiglomerate. What is plastiglomerate? What is plastiglomerate? Plastiglomerate, not pomegranate. Plastiglomerate. Ante See, now oceans, seas are completely polluted with the plastics. Scientists came to know that two or three types of rocks are joined together, are amalgamated together by a type of plastic, which they call it as the plastic marine. Yeah. A team of marine biologists working in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands have stumbled upon a piece of rock, plastic agglomerate, made from plastic from a beach on Aves Island. It is part and parcel of Andaman Nicobar. This is the first such find from India. What is plastic agglomerate? It is a rock composed of sand, rock fragments, shells, and other materials held together by plastic. It is a new form of plastic pollution, which scientists described in 2014. Laboratory analysis shows that it was made of two very commonly used plastic polymers, polyethylene and polyvinyl chloride. Yes, even you should have, command on this kind of things. No doubt in it. Now, the coming exams will be tough to toughest. So try to remember polyethylene and polyvinyl chloride. About Aves Island, because you may see now in the examination, they will not ask this, they will ask about the Aves Island. Aves Island is an island of the Andaman Islands. It belongs to northern middle Andaman administrative district, part of the Indian Union territory of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The island lies 140 kilometers north of Port Blair. According to the 2011 census, there are just two people on Aves Island. Both are male. Okay? Try to get command on the Aves Island. Now, just I will ask one question. Andaman and Nicobar Islands are separated by which pass? Andaman and Andaman and Nicobar Islands are separated by which pass? Yes, online good girls. 10-degree channel separates Andaman and Nicobar. Great Andaman and Lower Andaman. Okay? Great Andaman and Lower Andaman are separated by Great Andaman and Lower Andaman are separated by Great Andaman or Little Andaman, if I am not wrong, are separated by. Please check it. It is Duncan Passage. Duncan Passage. Duncan Passage. Not that what you are saying, Aparna Garu. Duncan Passage. Please check it if any mistake is there. Okay. We shall check it in the Google only. Why not? To avoid our confusion. Duncan Passage. Duncan Passage. It separated Rutland Island to the north and Little Andaman to the south. Great and lower. Kada? Great and Little is the Duncan Passage. Great Andaman, Little Andaman is the Duncan Passage. Andaman and Nicobar by 10-degree channel. So you are confusing me. Duncan Passage, Great Andaman and Little Andaman. And Andaman Nicobar, 10-degree channel. Okay? So nobody is studying. I'm very sorry. Yes. Nice recollection. Now, so government is stressing on mega textile parks. Mega textile parks. Mega textile parks. You know what is textile park? Whatever may be the case, textile park or any park, government will develop all the infrastructure and there will be few amenities which can be used by all the entrepreneurs. So textile park will have only textile based industries, not other. So its aim is government will establish this industrial estate and they will also provide all minimum infrastructure and even they will also develop some common amenities which can be used by any industry, by which the cost of establishing industry will decline. Suppose now we are having our classroom. If for 1 hour, if somebody asks, they can use, but we will not give. Of course, that is the other way. So here, the aim of these textile parks is to see that few amenities are used by the people commonly, I mean entrepreneurs commonly, by which their cost of establishment of industry will decline. That point you have to remember. The central government announced that 7 mega textile parks would be set up under the 445 crore PM Integrated Textile Regions and Apparel PM Mitra scheme in the first phase. Because such questions are appearing in the examinations. So its aim is to see that textile sector will attract more investment and Indian textiles are having more demand in the foreign countries and even to generate the employment opportunities, because textile sector will provide second employment opportunity only after agriculture. And textile industry is a broad term which is used for cotton, natural silk, artificial silk, wool, etc. Okay. Now, CRISP, Rubber Board has launched a mobile app, CRISP, to inform growers about natural cultivation and provide solutions. You know which state in India is the largest producer of natural rubber? Kerala. Kerala is the largest producer of natural rubber. What is the scientific name of natural rubber? Hevia brasiliensis. Hevia brasiliensis is the scientific name of the natural rubber. Yes. You try to remember crisp because it is our common term, commonly used in kitchen, whether the chips are crispy or not, whether the papad is crispy or not. Try to inculcate such thing into our subject. Okay. What is biotransformation technology? What is biotransformation technology? See, it is a common term. The plastics which are not biodegradable, some sort of things are added and made them degradable. What is biotransformation technology? A UK-based startup claims to have developed a technology, biotransformation, that could alter the state of plastics and make them biodegradable. India generates 5 billion kgs of plastic waste, and the per capita plastic waste generation has also doubled in the past 5 years. Yes, earlier we used to go to the market by carrying a handbag. Now, no handbag. That person will give the carry bag. Introduce the plastic waste management gazette to help tackle the ever-growing plastic pollution caused by single-use plastic. Of course, even we have imposed a ban on single-use plastics to bring a stop to their use in the country. If I am not wrong, the plastic size of 70 microns, 75 or 70? 75 microns is banned. 75 microns. ठीक है. The National Dashboard on Elimination of Single-Use Plastics and Plastic Waste Management brings all stakeholders together to track the progress. An extended producer responsibility portal helps in facilitating ease of complaints. Of course, what is biotransformation technology? It is a novel technology that would digest plastic waste naturally with the help of microbes and biodegrade the waste without leaving behind any microplastic. Try to remember this. Now you know food processing industry, all healthcare, etc. They are the major users of the plastic, single-use plastic. This will ensure that plastics escaping refuse streams are processed efficiently and broken down. Now alternatives, we have to go for paper. And again, see, the government of Tamil Nadu showcased alternatives made using coir. What is coir? What is coir? Coir is derived from coconut and coconut. And between you will have the shell, below shell you will have the cobra. Yes, and and uh, and bagasse is derived from sugarcane. Bagasse is the, I mean, sugarcane waste. Even if you can see this bagasse on the roadside when that person crushes the sugarcane to give you a glass of juice. The part which is thrown outside is the bagasse. And rice is and wheat bran means the top layer of the grain is called as the bran. Okay. Yes, that's all for today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.